Hey everybody, we are back, the Hurricane Headquarters, and today we have our 7:25 p.m. tropical update for July 28th, 2020. And our current news is that potential tropical cyclone 9 now has a 90% chance of developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm in the next 24 hours. So now we're going to take a look at today's comment of the day. We did go over this in our first video today, but I believe I should show this since this is the part 2 of that, and this one's from Drip Boys. He says, Florida's luck will soon run out, I believe. And if you would like your comments to be featured on this video or on any video, make sure you comment on any of our videos. We'll take any video. I'll select one comment and maybe even more depending on how many they are. Also, I would like to thank everybody. We just reached 10 subscribers, which is a big milestone for me. I started out with like 1 subscriber, which is actually myself, my second Google account, and I guess it really did grow. I subscribed to myself so I could easily view my own content and see if I could change anything, and wow, that really grew. I got 10 people to subscribe, 9 other people to subscribe, and thank you guys for subscribing, ring the notification bell, commenting, and watching the videos. It really means a lot to me, and thank you for sticking around. So now we're going to head to our official 5-day graphical tropical weather outlook by the National Hurricane Center in Miami, Florida. And as you can see here, this is potential tropical cyclone 9, and right now it's moving approximately 20 knots west-northwest, or 23 miles per hour, and the maximum sustained winds in the storm is 35 knots or 40 miles per hour. The minimum central pressure is 1007 MB. The formation potential in the next 48 hours is high, 90%, and the formation chance in the next 5 days is also high, 90%. So now we have a lot more information now available for the storm. We even have a warnings code, so let's take a look at that first. And as you can see now, a lot of things have changed since earlier. Now the Dominican Republic's under a tropical storm warning. Earlier today it was really only the north to northeast coast. Now it's more of the north or the southeast coast of the Dominican Republic. All of that area in the blue is under a tropical storm warning, including Puerto Rico and all these islands that I'm not going to spend time naming, but all of these islands over here are also under a tropical storm warning. So far, no more tropical storm watches are issued, although I can expect some, maybe even in Cuba and the Bahamas, issued in the next day or two. And yeah, I don't expect any hurricane warnings because it doesn't look like it's going to strengthen to a hurricane. Around here to here, it's strengthened to up to 60 miles per hour, and it shows once it gets over Florida, it's going to weaken to 50 miles per hour, and this is sustained winds. And what I have noticed is this small circle was originally a little bit more over here, and then it actually went to the side a bit more. So what I believe is it actually might still head up the East Coast, because this cone can change a lot. There's a lot of time. And this is the extended forecast, and that's really like the area of uncertainty in the forecast cone. This area is quite certain. You can see slight shift, but here you can really see a real shift starting up over here. And here's our tropical storm wind extent, and yeah, this whole area is under tropical storm winds. And by 2 p.m. Wednesday, and I believe this is 2 a.m. Wednesday, in the morning, it should reach tropical storm status. Right now it is a potential tropical cyclone, but we expect it to develop in the next day. So more on that. in our next video tomorrow. And now we're going to take a look at our arrival times of winds, and we're going to go to most likely. And as you can see, Puerto Rico, you can get hit with like Wednesday 8 p.m. You can get those tropical storm force winds, and all the way up by Saturday 8 p.m. Florida get those tropical storm force, and Cuba can get it by Friday 8 a.m. And really, you'll all get it by at least Saturday, according to this map. And let's take a look at our wind speed probabilities. It's not as high over here for tropical storm, but it most likely will increase as the storm moves along this path. So now we're going to take a look at our 50-knot wind speed probability. And as you can see, it's kind of low, but again, in this area, you can probably see 5 to maybe 20% of 50-knot winds. Hurricane force wind speed probabilities are extremely low, and I would say 0% chance, 0 to 5. Right here, this is the potential tropical cyclone center. This was 2 p.m. today. And now we're going to take a look at our models here. And first we're going to take a look at our travel tidbits models. Here's our global model, and they do break off. Some of them head this way and some of them head through Florida. Although none of them takes one path that I saw that goes up Florida all the way into Georgia, and even Atlanta you can get a tropical storm if that does happen. Here's our GFS models, and the GFS really do stick to just completely annihilating the East Coast. It's so close, especially by North Carolina, South Carolina, Jersey, Delaware, and even East Maryland, and Long Island, Connecticut, Rhode Island. All of this area is probably going to get in this area. And now we're going to take a look at our CMC Canadian model. And these are kind of a mess. Earlier today and even yesterday, I was looking at them and they looked quite accurate, but now it looks like a whole mess. They usually are a mess. Sorry to offend anyone who uses it, but usually they're not as accurate at predicting storms, and they usually are not as right as they should be. So now we're taking a look at our intensity guidance, and a lot of them just show it sticking to tropical storm status, although 2 of them make it to Cat 1, and this one makes it to Cat 2, and almost Cat 3. You've just strengthened a little bit more in that model, so not much there. Let's go to 0Z. That's strange. Well, this is the second problem of the day. It's also a problem. Alright, this is our 12Z. You can see a little bit more of those models actually take into Category 1 status, which I do think it has potential for, and here's 18Z. And this one's the one we were looking at. Let's take a look at our 6Z again. Let's see if it... Let's try 0Z one more time, and I guess these aren't working. We'll try later. We'll check back in, but I don't believe they're going to work. Right here is our, I believe, satellite imagery. This is... Yeah, this is a bit of an issue. To stop. Well, this is because we can get... Let's see if we... Okay, well, you can see a buildup of an eye over here. This is definitely going to be a buildup of an eye, and you can start to see some circulation start around here. Now we're going to jump over to our windy.com forecast, and let's zoom in over here. And we're also starting to see that eye. I'm not sure if this entire thing is the eye, or is this small thing right here the eye. Sorry again. This looks like an eye. This looks a little bit more defined like an eye. Although this area, this entire area looks like an eye. So let's say anywhere over here is the eye. Let's take a look at our wind speeds. Right here we're seeing 41 miles per hour, and that is definitely in tropical storm status. 42. I think we could get up to 45 miles per hour in this storm. And let's take a look at wind gusts. And wind gusts are quite high, around in the 50s. I would say you could probably get a max at like 60 miles per hour, which is quite high. That's usually the average for severe thunderstorms you can get. And let's just take a look. Let's just jump over to Wednesday 9 a.m. And you can, okay, now you can really see that eye builds up right around here in the circular motion. This is what we were looking for, and most likely develop by 10 a.m. tomorrow. Jump to 10 p.m., 12 p.m. The website's not working again. Is it showing it stays stationary or something? Oh, great. Okay, now it's fixed. And again, for some reason, it just disappears right there. It just disappeared. I'm not sure if it's a glitch or not, but none of them all show it going into the Gulf. So I'm wondering why it's going over there. I think that might be just a glitch or something. Because none of the models even show it entering the Gulf. I don't know what this uses. Here, let's go to the GFS model. Alright, the GFS looks like it's taking it in the right direction. Alright, this is what we're actually going to be seeing. So, now we're going to look at our time scale. This is actually really good for the time scale. If it does go up the East Coast, this is what it'll look like. So let's jump over to 8 a.m. tomorrow. Then 8 a.m. Thursday. 8 a.m. Friday. 8 a.m. Saturday. 8 a.m. Sunday. And you can see by 8 a.m. Sunday, it's already over here by Florida. And let's see what kind of winds we have in here. Interesting. And it's almost like a weekend's bit, but here's 8 a.m. Monday. And it's heading up the East Coast. And 8 a.m. Tuesday. And wow, it's heading really close to the coast. This could have some major impacts. And here's too fast. Alright, let's go to speed up to 11 a.m. 6 p.m. And we could possibly see some impacts. Like, we are seeing up to 49 miles per hour here. Well into tropical storm. Doesn't look like any hurricane speed. Though, it doesn't look like we have any hurricane speed winds up here. But we'll definitely have to watch this really closely. It's 10 p.m. And we can watch it just head out to sea. That's a good model. Now we're going to look at this one. 10 a.m. And, well, it does show that storm right there. Sure it doesn't go over here. But now we're going to take a look at our temperatures, and this is air temperature. Not really that useful. What we're looking for here is waves. We could also check out this. Let's go to G. Where's this gonna head? So it looks like here are some waves. 17 foot. Strange, it just says it's shutting down. It shows a lot of weakening here. Let's go to Wave Watch 3. And these show some real high waves around here. Let's see, what is this? This has to be a lot higher. Come on. 27 feet. Oh wow. Let's continue up. Sunday. Doesn't look like anything too serious. Doesn't look like it'll affect the coast as much over here. And now we're going to take a look at our some more models. I'm not sure what that is. So here's our water temperatures. And as you can see, they're quite warm all the way up here. Slightly warmer waters around here, filled by the Gulf Stream. But we can see quite warm waters, very capable for development. Let's take a look at our wind shear map. And there's some shear that the storm will have to be battling around here, but nothing too serious, and it shouldn't really affect its development as much. And now we're going to take a look at our 1 second atmospheric moisture, and it's not as moist around here, and this is probably caused by the Saharan dust in the area, which will also slightly be decreasing the amount of development of this storm. And there's several things that are affecting this storm's development, and it might not become a hurricane until around the southeast area, and it might not even become a hurricane at all. Alright, here's our Saharan dust area down here, and you can see it's definitely battling right through this dusty air. Bad way to describe it, but here's our tropical intensity index. And this is hard to get to. And it's quite good around here. Down here, this is, especially over here, this is where it won't really develop as much. Once it gets over here, it should develop. And this is where it should really develop. Now let's take a look at our tracks for August, and you can see it's following this way. It's probably going to affect the coasts. Our models didn't exactly show how much they'll affect it, but we'll have to watch that carefully and see exactly what happens. Here in New York City, we were actually inside Tropical Storm Faye, and we saw the eye of the storm pass right over. And for some reason it was sunny during that region. It was very interesting to see the clouds spin around you. I just had to bring that up. And here's our water temperature. And still it's quite warm. Again, here's that patch of warmer water fueled by the Gulf Stream right around here. And that might help the storm develop and get a little stronger as it moves up the coast, although it most likely will continue to weaken once it gets past the Long Island area and moves north. And effects on Europe are kind of small. Most likely won't really affect Europe as much. Although possibly you could get a decent storm in Europe, but probably just some rain. Here's our model. As you can see, a lot of them bring it over here. A few of them bring it right into Florida, like our current cone is showing. And let's see, currently like 19 minutes in. Alright, so right about now, we're going to take a look at the Hurricane HQ forecast. And this is the same as earlier, just slightly different, ever so slightly. It's not really noticeable, but if you slightly bump this down a little bit more than it was more touching that lake. And I recommend you also look at our other videos if you want to see the past forecasts. Yeah, as you can see, it's mostly going to head up this way, affecting the east. I believe that's our kind of area of concern. The storm did move this way a little bit. I used the same background image. And I think I'm going to wrap this video up here. There's actually not much to say since we've mostly covered it. Everything that there is to say is covered. And here in New York, it's getting a little bit late. The sun's starting to set, so I'm getting a little tired. But here's our current storm. This is live, refreshed, and you could definitely see that circulation. Let's jump over to 10 p.m. and then let's jump over to 5 a.m. tomorrow, and then 11, and then that's where you see that circulation, probably around 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 to 10 is where you see that circulation start to build up around here. And this is most likely where it'll develop. This is where that's why they raised it to 90% in the next 2 days. It'll most likely develop right before it hits Puerto Rico. And it looks like Puerto Rico is actually blocking these winds a bit. I guess there's high mountains. I haven't really studied Puerto Rico's geography or anything, but it looks like there's some kind of mountains blocking out the winds, leading to slow wind speeds around here for tomorrow at 10 a.m. But when we go to 2 p.m., you can see some stronger winds along the coastlines, and 8 p.m., the entire north part of the islands is really going to get those stronger winds, while the south is just going to get really weak winds, only like about 9 miles per hour. While around here, it's going to be like 18 miles per hour. And let's go to 12 a.m. And again, these mountains are blocking it, and this is where the East Coast will get that heavy wind. Over here, it's just so weak. Only 3 miles per hour. Let's take a look at gusts. Let's head back to 4 a.m. And again, these gusts are not as strong. There might be like a gap in the mountains around here that's allowing gusts to head through, following those wind speeds, and you can get quite strong gusts around here. Let's skip over to here. Again, like 38 miles per hour, 36, 42 miles per hour. And around here is when you get those tropical storm force gusts. Or about those tropical storm force gusts. And I guess Puerto Rico, you're actually in a good spot because your winds are not going to be as bad, and your rainfall shouldn't be that bad either. Let's take a look at our rainfall there. And let's head to weather radar. And of course it's not going to work. Yeah, look at this. This is so strange. It only shows like areas where there's islands. Alright, here's our visible satellite. And let's just head to infrared. Infrared plus. Alright, yeah, I can't deal with this. And this is at 7. This is right now. You can start to see that build up. And you can slowly start to see that build up over the last few hours. You slightly see a little bit more clearing around here. And that's really the eye that we're looking for. And I believe I'm going to end the video here because I don't want to make it too long because it's kind of getting late. Right now it's 7:50 in Eastern Time. So I want to end the video here. I don't want to make it too long. But how about you guys comment below? Do you think this storm will become a hurricane? And you can also give feedback in that comment. Anything I could do to make the video better? Anything. Anything I could do to maybe add new type of models? Anything you want, put it in the comments or the discussions tab on the channel. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning in the next one. Thanks for watching.